This might be my most controversial review, I think, ever. This is Devil May Cry 2. Don't go away. If you watched my Devil May Cry 1 review, you know, I don't know anything about Devil May Cry other than it's by Capcom. I don't know anything about it, literally. So when I started up Devil May Cry 2 and I saw I got to choose between two different characters, Dante or this new one, Lucia, and I gotta be honest, I searched up which one's better, and all I saw online is people telling me to skip the game, just dogging on this game, YouTube videos talking about how this game is crap, one of the worst games. Like, I was like, oh, is this really going to be that bad? There's so much hate for this game online that it almost influenced my decision to play as Lucia first because her campaign is shorter. And I mean, if it's that bad, it would be over quicker. But here's my controversial hot take, and I mean this is hot. I like this game more than the first one. Let me see if I can explain why. First off, I like that you get to choose which character you play as. It doesn't really affect that much, but it's kind of nice there. But I want to talk about the story right away, because if I do have anything bad to say about this here, the story is so ass.
Something that I need to take care of.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of if you just walked into a random public bus and asked someone to create a story, and they're like, I don't know, a demon bad guy tries to take over the city or something, and I don't know, good guy kills him. That is quite literally the story. I don't know who the bad guy is. I don't know why Lucia is part of the story. I honestly wanted to know where Trish was, because I was kind of interested in coming off of Devil May Cry 1's ending, and really I can't even like discuss stuff. It's just, there's nothing happening here. There's an old lady who's a character. Dante is a lot more quieter than he was in the first game, but he still kind of pops in for those one-liners.
King? Yeah. Here's your crown.
Okay, that was pretty good.
But on to actually playing the game, you're mostly just gonna be spamming two buttons, and I'm kind of thankful that the shooting mechanic button, you can just hold it down, do continuous fire. Compared to the first game at least, the combo mechanics here and the attacking is a lot more simple, which is basically the entire premise of Devil May Cry 2. Everything is watered down here. This really reminds me of other kind of games in this era that I like to call GameCube games, where it's basically third person, beat 'em up, hack and slash, where you're just spamming the same one or two buttons going through levels, and it's very, very simple. It's sort of like a turn your brain off kind of game, like Sims or something else where you don't really have to think about it. Kind of weird to say that in a Devil May Cry hack and slash game, but thanks to the short run time, it really isn't a problem for me.
Fuck your mom.
I beat this game in 5 hours. It was about three hours or something on Dante's, and then I actually went back and played the other campaign, Lucia's, and I think it took about 2 hours. This game hugely benefits from the short runtime. If it was any longer than what it was, any longer than 5 or 6 hours, I would get pretty damn bored. And that's because this game is extremely easy.
This is easy.
My biggest dislike of Devil May Cry 1 was, although it was very fun, a few boss fights just felt frustrating, and some of the camera angles just didn't make sense. I couldn't see my character, even what was going on in screen. I never felt frustrated or any of those feelings once in Devil May Cry 2. If I have anything negative to say about the gameplay here, is that it can get boring on a couple of the boss fights, because at a couple boss fights, like the attack helicopter or the three-headed one, your only way of attack is through range attacks. So you're only spamming one button for the entire boss fight. But because the game is very easy, you kind of do feel like a god playing this game. Enemy attacks are highly telegraphed, so they're easy to dodge, and the dodge system is very nice. They added health bars to enemies in this game, which was a huge upgrade in my opinion. And if I am giving a legitimate win to Devil May Cry 2 here, if I take my biasness away, Devil Trigger got some customization here. If you explore enough in these maps, you'll find these little like trinkets, I don't know what you want to call them. You can plug them into your Devil Trigger and gain different abilities. My favorite one was basically I regain health while in Devil Trigger, so that was kind of overpowered. But something that really was simple down and watered down here was the upgrading of weapons. You could upgrade combos, upgrade weapons and stuff in the first game. Here, it's just very simple. Spend 5,000 or 10,000 orbs to upgrade your weapon. Devil May Cry 2 presentation here is interesting. I think it's okay. I like the design of characters here, enemy design, boss design, visually, sound effect wise, pretty damn good. The design of levels are also cool if you don't count any of the city levels. This is like my biggest pet peeve is when games go for city levels. Unless you're literally playing Spider-Man and it's like based in New York or something, don't create city levels. Like a concrete jungle is boring as hell. The soundtrack is good here, which is something that I've seen other people praise for in Devil May Cry 2, is that it's the one thing it has is a good soundtrack. But for me, it is okay. It doesn't really have like the one calling card soundtrack like Devil May Cry 1 has. Voice acting might be some of the worst I've ever heard in my life, and I'm literally a Resident Evil fan.
My dream! My life! I was going to be the king!
But something that I did like was the dodging animation. So you can go dodge forward, left, right, backwards. This made traversal and exploration on maps kind of fun. I was sort of addicted to slamming the O button to dodge. But if you're near a wall and you click the dodge button, you'll actually do a wall run up the wall and then do like some sort of like backflip off it. Really not useful in a lot of situations. It's just kind of like a huge flex. Overall impact, I don't think there's a lot I could pick apart of this game. It is a short, simple game. The fact, if this review is over like 10 minutes, I'm basically God. At the end of the day, Devil May Cry 2 is a watered down version of Devil May Cry 1 in the majority of ways, except for the Devil Trigger customization. I just can't deny that if I had Devil May Cry 1 on one shoulder and Devil May Cry 2 on the other, gun pointed to my head, I had to choose one to play over. I would choose Devil May Cry 2. I don't think this game takes itself seriously, and I sort of think of it as like the turn your brain off, order a pizza with some friends, play through Devil May Cry 2. It takes like 2 or 3 hours. Maybe it's the simplicity, or the extremely cheesy story, or the cheesy one-liners, or the easy boss fights. I just kind of really enjoyed my time with this game.
A false coin for a false god.
Wow, it was kind of really easy to destroy this guy's whole plan.
So while I do think Devil May Cry 1 is a better game, I liked Devil May Cry 2 more. And for Devil May Cry 2, it is 7.4 out of 10. So that's it. Devil May Cry 2 is done, and Devil May Cry 3 is up next in the series. Now, I gotta be honest, from what I've seen online, people hated Devil May Cry 2. People are really saying a lot of good things about Devil May Cry 3. If there's one thing I wish for in the story, I hope to God Trish is back. I don't know what the story was here in Devil May Cry 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if we never see any of these characters other than Dante again. But that's it for now. I'm your host, Silver Entertainment. Hope you enjoyed this review. Peace out.
How is this guy already at like half HP right now? Hold on. Does he have a pistol? You know how to use that pistol, bro? This guy's gonna get absolutely diced. I don't think I've destroyed a boss harder in my life. Holy shit. Bro.
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.